Lord, people are requesting the lawnmower from the audience. That's terrific. How are you supposed to eat lettuce and do a show? I mean, what do you call that green stuff? Celery. There are those who say that my next guest is the greatest drummer in the world. He's among them, the people who say it. And I honestly don't know whether he is or not. Do you mind my finishing my lunch? All I know is that he can just do incredible things with drums. They seem superhuman when he does them. This is his new album. I have it here somewhere. Rich in London, it's called. And it's not much to look at, but it probably beats listening to it. Anyway, will you welcome, please, Buddy Rich. Buddy Rich. How do you do, Mr. Rich?
How do you do, Mr. Cavett?
I don't suppose you could hear my introduction back there in the way.
Every word of it.
Well, I can usually count on the guest not hearing it.
I think I'll smack you in the mouth.
No, you wouldn't smack a man with celery in his mouth.
No, as a matter of fact, that was very complimentary.
Ah, good. Coming from me, you mean?
Yes.
Is there any way of figuring out who actually is the greatest drummer in the world?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just listen to me.
No, I mean, you see, we're always raised to be a little modest and humble. It's one of our traditions here in the Western world.
I heard that.
And, I read somewhere that a kid was interviewing you one time and said, who's the greatest drummer? And you said, I am. And he said, no, come on, really, seriously, Mr. Rich, I want to know. And you repeated the same answer.
Well, I don't believe in lying.
So it's either lying or
being the greatest.
Yeah. Gee, the band talks about you all the time.
I heard some of the things.
Yeah. No, I mean, they really do. Your name is... And when you come on here...
Huh?
You haven't been here for about a year and a half or so, maybe.
It's been about 3 years.
Yeah. And there's... when you're coming, it's amazing. When you're coming here, you hear backstage, do I look all right? Is my hair okay? Is he here yet? I hope he looks at me, you know?
Who says that?
Mostly Rosengarten says that. But no, but you do. People... You have quite an effect on people of all sexes.
I hadn't noticed that. You know, I
mean, both members of my staff like you for all kinds of reasons.
Well, I'm just a plain kind of genius.
It must be nice to just be settled into that feeling like that. That's really good.
I enjoyed posing for those pictures for outer space. I enjoyed that.
You're kidding now.
You didn't notice it?
No.
Standing like that? I was waiting for Rosengarten to throw me a stick.
Say, is he any good?
Bobby?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's great.
Is he?
One of the best band leaders in the country.
Well, in the country, yes, but how about in the city?
Don't say it.
How about in the city? Oh, you know.
I laid it right into you.
How'd you know?
I've been a fan of Bobby's for years.
Why is it then, when he plays, he has this funny look on his face, like...
Well, he's a funny drummer.
Well, I mean... No, but I mean, he concentrates very hard. Is it like a kid trying to draw a crayon within the circle, you know, without getting outside the line and
He
all?
wants to be perfect, and that's what I admire about him.
Mm-hmm.
He really is. He's a, you know, I've known him for years when he was with, what bands were you with? Hal Kemp, all those great hard-swinging bands.
Yeah.
But I love the way he dresses and everything. He typifies a first-class, successful band leader and drummer. Not necessarily in that order, but...
something like that.
He's got a lot of class. And he's going to let me play his drums tonight, which I thought was very classy of him.
He's going to let you play them?
Yes.
I'm going to let you play them.
You have nothing to say about it.
I don't?
No.
You mean you're going to play them even if someone's sitting here talking?
Incidentally, where's my album?
Well, I mentioned it already.
I know you did, but the way you did, probably it'll never sell.
No,
It's one of the best albums I've ever done, and I've done so many great... Please.
No. No, I want you to tip it down because...
You get the feeling it's your show, don't you?
It's what we call a glare on the face of your album.
Well, that's the way I look. I was glaring at the time. But this was done in London about 5 months ago, live at Ronnie Scott's, which is a great jazz club in London. And some of the music on there is really fantastic, Dick. If you knew anything about jazz, you'd probably love it. But that's your copy. And for you, I'm going to give you the retail price. You can get it for $3 for me.
No, he brought this up to my dressing room. He did not insist that I plug it on the show at all. You only did that now for a laugh, and I am touched, and I like you. Now,
I like you.
Is there any... I knew it! I know. Oh, he's walking off now. What was, is that your album, Rich in London? I must have made a mistake. How could I have done it?
Slippery fingers. Holding that celery, I suppose, disturbed you.
You know, you have a temper, and I just realized
I don't have it. Listen, I'm the most passive man in the world. Let's hear it for me.
Yeah, we heard it.
Not boo, stupid.
Say, you know, you come on television, but you manage to never reveal anything about yourself.
What would you like to know?
I want to know if it's true that you were seen once in women's clothing in, I have a note here, in, where was it? Federal Theater, 1936.
I don't think you're very well.
No, somebody dared me to ask you that. Is there anything to this?
I don't wear dresses. I like their slacks a lot, but I don't wear dresses.
Now, what is that about? Now, because somebody in the band put me up to this. Now, don't leave me hanging out here with
It's probably
this.
Rosengarten.
It's true. I have proof.
We were in the same closet.
No, sir. No, sir.
It's true?
You wore a dress and you danced and sang.
Did we dance together? Was it 10 cents a dance at Roseland?
All by yourself.
What was this?
I have the music, too.
I wouldn't have brought it up if I actually thought it was embarrassing.
Would I lie to you?
Yes. I can't imagine.
It must have been some kind. What was it? A benefit of some kind?
No, it's a Federal Theater in Chicago, and the name of the thing was Grandma's Gone to Town.
Grandma's Gone to Town?
Yeah.
Was it a stunt?
Terrible song. Just terrible.
And I sang it?
And you sang it and danced it.
I did all of that.
Yes. Yes, dear.
What? I'm not too sure about you now.
I feel very silly about this. I mean, you're a complete blank in your mind.
I don't remember that. And do you think I'd reveal it on television if I did? No, not really.
Okay.
But I don't think I've ever done that. I wear wigs a lot. But,
Do you?
huh?
Yeah. Sometime you must come here with a selection of them.
The next time you have me on the show.
You were a child star.
Yes.
Now that's intriguing. I'd love to know a little about
Well,
that.
what would you like to know?
Well, how old you were. And, let me do some Jell-O first, would you? Let's do some Jell-O.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, buddy. And now here's a word about a brand new dessert from Jell-O.
Hi. Hi. Hey, is company coming?
No. Whatever gave you that idea?
Hey, Mom, is it okay if I...
What?
Oh, do I have to get dressed for dinner?
No, you just sit right down.
Is your mother coming?
No.
Who's the company?
No company, just us.
Your family is among the nicest people in the world, aren't they? So why shouldn't you treat them like company every night? Jell-O has a new dessert that fits right in with that kind of thinking. It's called Soft Swirl, a totally new kind of dessert that's rich and creamy, yet light enough to peek and swirl. And you can serve Soft Swirl 15 minutes after you first think of it. Make any day a little special with new Jell-O Soft Swirl in peach, vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate.
Hey, Mom, thanks for having us.
Talking with Buddy Rich. You were a kid star.
Yes, well, my parents were all in vaudeville.
Yeah.
And I started out at the, I guess I was about 4.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to bring me out at the finale of their act and stand me up behind a set of drums. And I used to play Stars and Stripes Forever.
Sort of a male Shirley Temple.
Something like that, yeah.
Little,
I was prettier.
I mean, you wear little costumes. that were
I
cute.
wore a little sailor suit.
Yeah.
I was really adorable.
Was there a big demand for arrogant 2-year-olds?
None. None whatsoever. But I was very successful.
Yeah.
And then I think I was 17, I got into jazz then. I started on 52nd Street, right around the corner here.
But what age did you actually first walk on stage?
I was about 2, yeah.
2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
2
just
years old.
Strolled out. Well, my parents had a lousy act, and they needed something strong at the end.
If you were a 2-year-old, how often did they have to change your material?
About every hour.
Really? Did that ever happen? Can you remember that?
Huh?
And did you ever have that problem on stage?
What problem is that, Dick?
Oh, nothing. No, I mean, as a kid, a 2-year-old, that's so young. A kid isn't even coordinated enough to dance at that age.
I was completely coordinated.
Good.
Yeah. Are you really impressed?
Yeah, I am. I think 2.
I can do that number for you if you like, and play like I played when I was 2.
Would you do that?
Oh, yeah. Because that's the way I play ordinarily, anyhow.
But before you do, let me ask you one thing.
Yeah.
Guys who lead bands, who are drummers,
Yeah.
what part of your anatomy are you conducting with? I mean, are they watching your... Oh, come on. Are they watching your elbows, or how do you do it?
I sit up there and I call a tune. You know, I'll say 82. And they'll play 82, and I'll play whatever the hell I feel like playing.
You're right.
Yeah. And as long as we end together, see, they look at me, and if they see enough sweat falling down, they figure they're getting close to the ending, and they watch for a downbeat, which is this. See, I do that, and chord, and then cheers, and all kinds of bravos.
Really?
They're just happy that we quit.
You're a refreshing person. I remember the first time I had you on, and
I
I
had
said...
a great time. I loved being here the first time.
Yeah, and you were playing...
The Riverboat.
Yeah, and I said, as you usually do to someone who wants to put in a plug for the place, is it fun playing the Riverboat? And you said, no, I hate it.
Right. I did hate it. It was really terrible. We just closed. We had a marvelous week. If you have time, I just did a week with Ella Fitzgerald at the Latin Casino in Philadelphia. And it's one of the great weeks of all time, because she is, you know, without a doubt, the greatest singer of all time. And it's just been marvelous. We open, can I put a plug in here?
Sure.
We open next Monday at Lenny's in Boston. And all the good kids up in Boston.
Lenny's?
Yeah, Lenny's on the Turnpike. It's a great club. As a matter of fact, I extended an invitation for you to come up there.
Oh, good. I'm always on the Turnpike. I'll be...
Yeah. Like this.
Would you like to run over to the drums and do something? Would you walk over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like me to?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
Do whatever he tells you. What does that mean? I don't know. Hiya, Bob. Hello, buddy. No, that's how I got it.
I said that to me one time.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. Left, right, left. Oh, okay. This a symbol?
I love you too. How about that, folks? Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm sorry. Did you play yet? I've been
napping?
I nodded off. That is amazing watching. Gee, you're in a sweat now, aren't you? I mean,
Yes.
you're in a perspiration.
I'm also
You have to
sweating.
watch our language.
Yeah.
Isn't modern man wonderful? Think
Isn't it, though?
Years ago, when men just sat around beating animal skins with sticks, how far we've come.
1936.
That was wonderful. We'll be back right after this.
We'll be back.
Stay where you are. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Owen Marshall, dedicated to principle.
The burden of proof is on us.
Most people who come into conflict with the law are not even hardened criminals. They're victims of circumstance.
Arthur Hill, Lee Majors.
What do you think of the principle of convicting innocent men?
Owen Marshall, counselor at law.
Mr. Brady, you have large tribe.
He did have a little help, you know.
Now the rest coming out?
I hope not.
What do you mean?
It's the only thing holding the car together.
You gotta be logical with him.
I don't have to be logical. I'm a mother.
Holden, what's the matter?
I forgot to turn on the engine.
Remember us? We're the Brady family.
The man who lives here is interested in history, where civilization is going, the great things men have done in the past. But his interest is not just scholarly. When it comes to 20th century history, he's been in the middle of it. He was there with the leaders at historic moments of World War II. He was there in 1960 as a moderator of the Kennedy-Nixon debates. His profession and his stature in that profession have kept him at the side of the great men of the world. In 30 years as a working newsman, he's won every major award in the field of broadcast journalism. The man who lives here knows a lot about what's going on in the world. And he knows how to share what he knows with you. He's Howard K. Smith, newsman, co-anchorman on the ABC Evening News.
Gee, it's amazing. It's really educational to see how a drummer perspires like that.
Yeah.
Where does it hurt after you drum too long?
All over.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not really. It's not very painful. You know, you put some things in your ear so you don't hear yourself. And
I wondered about that. I had an ear specialist on recently who said that musicians are losing hearing. Have
What?
some? He said that there is some evidence that there's musicians.
Oh, about 9:30.
I can't work with this person. Tomorrow night, Ralph Nader will be here, Louise Lasser, John Fairfax, and Sylvia Cook. You may remember them. They were on this show some time back, and they rowed across the Pacific in a rowboat. Can you imagine that?
I can't imagine that.
And what's left of them will be here tomorrow night. We have a station break, and we'll be back. Didn't it?